Leo, in the month of December, you are stepping into the spotlight, a place where Leos love to be, but you may not have been there or recently found some things that have been turning you a little bit in a different direction. This is a very powerful month for the sign of Leo, and it is going to carry through all the way into the year of 2025. Let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Leo as we move into the month of December. It is an amazing time right now where we have options galore. And we're going to look at your foundation right now. That's your career, finances, feeling stable, the house you live in, relocation. Um, and then we'll move into family and friends, romantic relationships, and I'll give you the guided message at the end of the reading. Remember, I'm always guided in these readings. So what I'm hearing for you is just like this, getting unstuck and moving up in the rankings. Okay, so if you're in the spotlight and you haven't been doing very well when it comes to finances, when it comes to being looked at for a promotion or just increasing your income in any way, you are moving up into a different level. And I see that some of you have been doing something a little bit different. Okay, whatever it is, you've been feeling this Eight of Swords energy, and that is awful. It's a really horrible energy because that Eight of Swords is like, I know I can go further. I can see what's going on out there, but I can't get to it. So you may have been hearing or seeing or feeling that these things were coming into play, but couldn't reach it, or it just wasn't coming in. With the change of the energy coming through right now, the new moon is creating new beginnings. Mercury is in retrograde, pulling things from the past back in. So again, this is something you weren't able to do. You couldn't get that promotion. You couldn't get your friend's attention next door. Okay, like, wait, I want to be part of the community. That's part of your foundation, right? It's like this very solidness is coming in for a sign of Leo. And again, it's going to last you as you go into 2025. You're one of the four zodiac signs that are really, as a fixed sign, it can be quite challenging when you get into this Eight of Swords. It is very challenging because it doesn't make sense, right? It's like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a very fixed sign, just like you are. So it's like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel right. Wait a minute. Nobody's looking at me. Wait a minute. Nothing's coming through, although you know how to do it because you've done it before. You've probably done it your entire life. So there's just this powerful energy kind of circling Leo where it looks like glitter falling down around Leo when it comes to where you live, a relocation, especially for those of you, they're showing me 3-6. Now that can be 3 to 6 miles from where you are, 300 to 600, 3,000 to 6,000 miles. And for some of you, that could be 3 to 6 months of a time frame where this relocation may have been put on hold. And now Mercury in retrograde is bringing it back. Now remember, it's not the ideal time to sign a contract, but as long as you're paying attention, Leo, just read the fine print. Make sure that everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And when it's printed, it's exactly the way it's supposed to be. I just wrote this whole article on my new Substack. Follow me. I'll put the link in here as we heal together in a different platform. I've got about 2 weeks left of selling my services, and then we're going to where we're doing it in group. It's going to be better for all of us. But anyway, it was like the whole thing just turned into garble. It was like, what just happened? I had it all edited, and when we write, we have to write and edit and re-edit, take a break and re-edit, right, until we get it perfected. But for some reason, it took the apostrophes and it put extra E's. It took two words and put them together. It was crazy. That's kind of like what I feel has been going on for some of you. And it may have even been word scramble from somebody around you, particularly if they were in a family or friend situation that was keeping you stuck. Now remember, your foundation is doing well. You're feeling it, you know it's en route, and some of you already got it, so it's just going to grow even more. But this is powerful energy around family or friends where that word salad may have been going on, a lot of manipulation, whether it's from you to them or them to you. I feel for a lot of you, what I'm seeing is they're talking behind your back. So they may have been gossiping about you and giving a little bit of negative energy that was holding you back. It could have really tripped you up and kept you in this Eight of Swords. But what I am seeing is a course correction regarding that situation. Let me know if that's your situation where family or friends have been holding you back in any area of life. It doesn't have to be just in one area. I mean, this has like been really boggling the mind of Leo, whether you are of ego or of heart, it doesn't matter. This really bothered you. And that's a hard one, you know, when it doesn't make sense. And that's what manipulation does. It creates that fogginess where we can't make sense of anything. Did they just say that? Did they just do that? It doesn't. And I don't see that normally you have that happen to you. And even if you did, you'd walk away. But this one, no, their family and friend member. There's a course correction coming in, and it looks like it's more around the 18th or 19th of December. So it should be just before the holiday where you may hear from them, you may have communication, or you yourself, Leo, is like, I'm done. And that's normally the stance that you're in, but in this case, it was a little different. So yeah, you have the Seven of Pentacles. It's time to really analyze when it comes to the family and friends that are around you. Again, if you're around, you know, like attracts like, but yet if you're an empath, and I know some of you are, if you're an empath, you draw in a really unruly group of people, people that want to take your energy. They want to steal your glow. They want to take it from you. And that could very well be what was going on for some of you. Look for my Ascending Empath podcasters returning as well. So there's all kinds of new things in store for you, Leo, when it comes to family and friends. And there's another group of you, especially if you've been alone for a while, isolated, not necessarily lonely, but there may have been times that you feel, you know, like, I wish I had somebody to go play with, right? But there is a new community opening up. It may be virtual, it may be in person, but there's a new group. This is going to be like a soul community for you where you can share, you can laugh, you can roar, and you can be strong as you are. This is a place that is going to accept you exactly the way you are, and that'll become your new family. Remember, blood family isn't necessarily the people that we want to hang around with. They're the people we were born into. So on a soul level, we pick them so that we can master light and dark within. And then once we're done, we look for other soul family. We look for other relationships. But if we don't get done, it creates that confusion, the Two of Swords, and that's what I was just talking about. So analyze the situation for this group of you. Let me know if it's you that you've been having problems with your family. And I do see, again, in this group, I see a remedy. I was hearing the word cure, a cure. So there could have been, may even be causing you to be ill, okay? Like having stomach issues and stomach issues and low libido for some of you. We'll go into romance in a minute, but I feel they just suck the joy out of you is what it is. They suck life out of you, as far as like they popped your bubble. They didn't feed your ego, but I don't mean necessarily in a bad way, you know, in the egotistical way. I'm talking about in general validation. All right. I feel they denied you. And that is what's going to change when it comes to family and friends. Remember, this could be a friend, not a family member. When it comes to romance, that Two of Swords is really about a romantic situation. And that just came out for Libra. And what I'm seeing is there is a big decision when it comes to relationship. That may be those of you who no longer have that sensual intimacy that you once had. and you have to make a decision. So it's time for you, with the Two of Swords being stuck, it's time for you to really take a step back and look at the situation from all angles. If I leave, how is it going to do me? How is it going to do them, our kids, our house, whatever it is that's involved in your relationship? But I'm hearing, look at it from the top, the bottom, sideways, sideways, diagonal, diagonal. It's like, look at it from every different direction. That way you have a full understanding of what the possibilities are as you go forward. And once you do that, things will become more clear for you. You'll know, like, you're going to start getting downloads, and you're going to hear and see images yourself. Remember, if I look up there, that's in the future. So I feel it hasn't happened because you've been in this situation of not being able to make a decision. For those of you who are wanting romance, you're like the life of the party. Well, you may be going to a party, but I see Leo just roaring. And I love when I see Leo roaring, because that means you're in your full power as the sun sign, moon sign, as your sign of Leo, whatever area of your chart that you're looking at where it dominates. Because that's what Leo is: courageous, powerful. I am here. I am present. Look at me, right? That's Leo. And that's one of the things that we admire about you guys. And with this energy, though, it's like you walk into a room, and I am hearing cruise. Some of you may be going on a cruise, okay, for the holiday. And it is in December, but it could be more toward New Year's, where it overlaps from the end of December into the beginning of January. Because I feel there's a New Year's celebration on this cruise. Let us know if that's you. Whether it's on a boat or not, there is this really upbeat party, and I do feel for a lot of you it is going to be a holiday party, so it'll be closer to the third, fourth week of the month of December. You're going to meet somebody there. You're going to stand out in the crowd. Everything, all eyes are going to be on you, baby. It is going to be exciting. You're going to feel like you again. You're going to feel elevated and lifted, and it's just going to draw in everybody. And then there's that one person where you just start talking and everything flows, and you're extremely confident in your courageous Leo self, and it's very, very beautiful. Now, that is a very outgoing form, which is the way that I usually see Leo. So if you're not outgoing, you may be turning the corner a little bit. Remember that stuck energy going through everything that you've been through, that leads back to the beginning of this reading of the foundation, or maybe even a family member, somebody around you there, that is being released through Mercury in retrograde, and then this big new beginning, and it's lasting through March, May, all the way into 2025. It may be the entire year for a lot of you, but it's very, very powerful. So let's call in my guides, my angels, to talk in this last. Leo, roar loud. You are not born to be quiet. Anybody that walks with that true Leo power, you are meant to exude your power to help other people, not to bring them over to you and hide them. But that is part of why you had to go through the repression, giving back to humanity. So as you walk into the spotlight, as all eyes turn on you, make certain that you are giving back to the community. For example, if it's a charity, you're giving to the charity. You're grabbing the microphone and saying, hey, donate to this particular foundation, this particular reason. Like, really use the spotlight to help humanity. And in the middle of the whole thing, you're going to find new beginnings, new offers, new opportunities, new friendships, and new romances. This is a bursting time for Leo that is going to be exciting, powerful, and adventurous. A time that you, for some of you, you've waited your entire life to get to, because you've done the work. You've mastered the light and dark within. Therefore, all of the good things are coming in. There won't need to be manipulation. There won't need to be exaggeration. This is coming for you because of what you've done. You understand that the mind, body, and soul align. You align with the divine. And as we align with the divine, you hold the power within to change any circumstance in your direction. Call upon me, call upon my team, call upon Archangel Gabriel for some of you, especially for those of you who need healing. Call upon the team and we will be there to help you. Thank you. All right, Leo, I hope that message helped you for the month of December. I wish you an amazing month. Much love.